Danny Salazar is on the mound for game 2. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, you always like to begin the season on a good note. In his first start of the year, he did just that, picking up the win. There's nothing he'd like to do more than to get number 2 in this one here.
And that'll bring up the Brazilian-born Paulo Orlando. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. Here comes the first pitch. Underway at the ballpark this afternoon as the first pitch is in there for strike 1. So, fellas, this Indians ball club, as they begin play here this afternoon, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, the first game of any series is super important. You have a chance to set the tone, whether it's 3-game set or a 4-game set. You take the first one, you put that other team on their heels.
The 0-2 once more is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. A chance now for a look at the Royals starting lineup. Danny, who stands out to you?
Look, Matt, everybody should be looking at the guy in the 3 spot. He stole over 30 bases last year. You don't forget about this guy when he's on the base paths. He's a threat to go at any time. 30 stolen bases is not an easy number to get to.
Missed with a slider. 1 out, nobody on. Hit in the air down the right field line. And that's taken in by Chisenhall, and there are 2 gone now. Digging in now for Kansas City, Whit Merrifield. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Hit to short. Lindor scoops it up. And a close play at the bag, but a good stretch by the first baseman got the out, and the inning is over. So a rather... Jake Junis will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, listen, when you can go 7 full innings like he did, I know he got a no decision in his last start, but it was a real solid performance. If he continues to pitch like that, the wins are going to start coming.
These Kansas City Royals entering play this afternoon, guys. They've been fairly punchless of late, losing last time out and, in fact, dropping 6 of their last 7.
Yeah, Matty, this road trip's been a little bit of a struggle for this team. First 4 games, they find themselves 1-3, haven't played particularly well. They'll find a way to regroup. They have to find a way to play a little bit more fundamentally sound. Start there first.
Time now in Cleveland to take a glance at the Tribe's starting lineup. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, one man worth focusing on is Edwin Encarnacion. Edwin, as they call him. He had over 100 RBIs last year. That's the goal of every big hitter. If I can drive in 100, that means I had a good year, and I would say he had a pretty good year.
Throw in time at first for route number 2. Digging in the switch hitter, Jose Ramirez. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips in yesterday's game. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Orlando's under it, and the inning is over. Tribe turned away in the first. We played 1 in Cleveland with no score. And now it'll be the cleanup spot for the Royals. Salvador Perez, lifetime against Danny Salazar. He has 7 hits in 37 tries. He's gone down on strikes 8 times as well.
Well, if you could throw it for a strike consistently, a first pitch changeup is effective. Hitters are almost never looking for it.
A windup and the 0-2 pitch. And it's fouled away. Ball and 2 strikes to the Royals catcher. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Joe McDonald.
You know, you got to take your time and feel Joe McDonald out behind the dish a little bit. He has a tendency to move his zone around, usually settling in those middle innings.
You know, all you ask for an umpire is to be consistent. At times, Joe Mack is a little bit too inconsistent, particularly from a pitcher standpoint.
1-2 pitch is a slider that misses. 2-2.
You know, these kind of at-bats can drive you crazy when you're on the mound. I mean, he's been ahead of him pretty much the whole time, but he just can't put him away. Not only that, but it's costing him a lot of bullets.
Here's how the Indians are setting up on D. And manning second base, none other than Jason Kipnis. This guy likes to get dirty. He's also known as one of the best hitting second basemen in the game. Really solid on the defensive side as well.
swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
So it was a swinging strike 3. Jorge Soler is sent packing for out number 2 in the inning. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Hey, that's a well-executed fastball right there at the bottom of the zone. If he stays there all day, it's going to make for a long day for the offense, unless they're willing to bend their legs and get down and create some different launch angle.
Threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 striking. Edwin Encarnacion now, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. First pitch of the at-bat. Here's a high pop-up. Cuthbert moving to his left. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
So here's how the Kansas City Royals are positioned defensively. And let's take a look at Alex Gordon. Originally drafted as a third baseman out of the University of Nebraska, he's had to move to the outfield. Not only moved there, but now he's a multiple Gold Glove winner with unbelievable range and a strong, accurate arm.
And the recovery's too late as he's able to beat the throw to first. In is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Here's the first pitch to him. Line to the right side. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
And he'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to, as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now.
For me, check swings are right there next to bang-bang plays at first as the most difficult calls for an ump to make. Taking a look at show motion, the batter does. Hold up enough, so I think the call
no, like I do and I don't. I'll probably get more into it.
Offering on its way. Pitch out.
I want to get more into Diamond Dynasty.
Now the 1-0. Pulled softly out toward right. That gets down. Himself a base hit.
Everybody needs a little love in their life right there. Nice piece of hit. Get you some right there. A little.
Yeah, I've never really played it all like that. So, but I heard everybody, everybody likes it and it's fun. So I'll probably get into it. I'll probably start doing it tonight.
Will stand in as he rips it on the ground to second.
Oh damn, he's out.
On to first, and the driver held in check as the inning is over. So it's no runs on 2 hits. Back from Progressive Field as we're set for the beginning of the 3rd inning here on the show. Here now is Cheslor Cuthbert. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Fouled away. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Still no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 misses. That's ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2. And he fouls this one off.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity to put the ball in play.
Again, a 1-2. Slider stayed too low. Ball 2.
Hey, we all love home runs and gappers, but I love the mano-y-mano right here. 5 foul balls in this at-bat. He continues to make this pitcher work.
3-2 now. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted. High and deep onto the home run porch and gone. So a solo shot down the line in left. First home run of the campaign for him. And the Royals are on the board first. It's 1-0.
Well, if you're going to get your first hit of the game, you might as well do it with a bang. He thought he could squeeze one past him, but he thought wrong.
Here's the left fielder, Alex Gordon. As he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Lifetime against Danny Salazar comes in with 6 hits in 33 at-bats. And a good-looking swing there from Gordon, but he can't come up with it, and it's 0-2 now.
The lineup top to bottom looks like they have no approach or game plan whatsoever. It's like they're deciding to swing before the pitch is even coming out of the pitcher's hand.
Davis comes on now, and he has it 1 down. Set to get his day started, Michael King. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
He's just got great strikeout stuff. In his last start, he racked up double-digit Ks, and it looks like he could finish up in that range again here. He's really an exciting pitcher to watch when he's sending guys packing like this.
And that'll bring up the Brazilian-born Paulo Orlando. 0-1 the count. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Now the 0-1 is swung on and lifted out to straightaway center field. Davis is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. But the Royals are on the board first thanks to this solo home run. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. It's now 1-0 Royals. Leading off the inning, Francisco Mejia, and they'll need him to get something going here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Bouncer up the middle, scooped up on the backhand, throws in time, and that's out number 1. Here's Michael Brantley. First pitch coming. Here it is. Sent on the ground out to second. Merrifield picks it up, and there's out number 2. Now it's the all-world all-star shortstop Francisco Lindor. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. He dives, but he can't pull it in, and it's down the line into right.
Everybody's different coming out of spring training. Some guys get off to torrid starts. Some guys struggle. This is one that struggled, but maybe that single gets him going.
Into the box now, Jose Ramirez. He pulls this one into right. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Indians lead. Here's Alcides Escobar, the shortstop.
Leading off for Kansas City, shortstop, Alcides Escobar.
First pitch of the at-bat. Fouled off. Swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball. high in the air, deep down the left field line. Brentley on the move. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Now batting.
Ready for another chance? Whit Merrifield. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Ball 1. A ball and a strike. 1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors so far for the Royals. Merrifield behind, a ball and 2 strikes.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the away pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
Hit in the air to center field. Oh, and he misses it. He's through first and hustling for second.
He's around second now, and they still haven't gotten to this thing.
Merrifield takes the turn at third. He wants it all. He scores, and they now lead by 2.
Man, I'm not sure I've ever seen a play like that before. To say that error was costly would be a big understatement. Looked like a circus act out there.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Lindor is there. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting.
In is Jorge Soler, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. And it's fouled away. 2 runs on just 1 hit, and no errors so far for the Royals. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
Hey, that's case in point right there. He thought that was going to hollow out his rib and ended up being a strike.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. Pulled the string on him that time, and the inning is over. So Edwin Encarnacion now comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And right into the shift. Cuthbert fields it cleanly. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Now batting. Center fielder.
Riding in once again, Rajay Davis. Now the pitch. Hit out towards second. And that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher. Guys swinging first pitch.
Now, one of the things you want to do, D-Rose, you have to try to get ahead with the first pitch. You want to throw one of the first 2 pitches for strikes. Unfortunately, sometimes when you bring the ball in the strike zone, you're bound to give up some base hits, but hopefully he can minimize the damage here.
In is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. The left-handed hitting Kipnis awaits the 1-0. Pitch out, nothing doing. Davis leads off first with 1 away. Three and 0 now.
He's been throwing strikes all day, so you're not up at the plate thinking he's going to walk you in this situation. You need to be aggressive and sit hard at the plate.
The 3-0 pitch. Base hit into right center.
Hey, there's another base knock right there. A hitting streak now up to 8 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 8 games now. Man, we're starting to think about it a little bit. You know, you get past that week, you just know you're locked in. They start talking 8 games, now you're like, I got a nice little hitting streak going.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Bonifacio is there, 2 gone. Digging in to try it again, Lonnie Chisenhall. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch on its way. And it's belted high and deep into right center. And it is trouble that finds the gap for extra bases. And he's in safely to third as they also push across his score to make it a one-run game.
When this thing left his bat, I started thinking it might have enough to get out of here. Didn't quite carry enough, but it does one hop the wall off the track, and he cruises into second with an RBI two-bagger. You'll take that every day of the week.
In now, Francisco Mejia. Pulled toward right center field. Bonifacio's under it. And they'll avoid the big inning as he makes the catch, so just the one-run scores here in the frame. One for Cleveland thanks to this swing from Lonnie Chisenhall. We're through 4. It's the Royals 2 and the Indians 1. And that'll bring up Jorge Bonifacio. He'll start off the 5th in this one. Zach McAllister will come on in relief as he'll make his 2nd appearance of the season so far.
Zach McAllister.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
He's going to need to shorten up and get that foot down a little bit earlier if he hopes to be catching up to that fastball.
A breaking ball swung on and missed, and he's set down for the 2nd time this afternoon.
Now batting.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Chesler Cuthbert. In prior meetings with Zach McAllister, he's gone 3 for 4.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Behind 0-2 now. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Oh, man, he's got a chance to strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
And there's number 8, 1 away.
Fouled away.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Early swing there as he pulls it foul to the right side. The next 0-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. KC down in order. They still lead it 2-1. So the Indians lineup flips over, and to the plate, Michael Brantley. And Dan, he and his fellow top-of-the-order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of his sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
And that'll get down for what should be extra bases. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with the single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they could get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
No balls and 1 strike. Brent leads off second with nobody out. Soft liner to the right side, and that's in there. Base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Hey, this has the makings of being a pretty big hitting hero. Leadoff fellow, now a base hit, and all of a sudden we're looking at first and third.
Yeah, sometimes you wake up, you just get smacked in the mouth right here. He's going to have to start executing pitches. He cannot leave a ball over the heart of the plate right here. He's going to have damage on his hands.
0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Working for the punch out and the offering. Weak grounder back to the mound. The tag from Perez. He's out at the plate, but he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Edwin Encarnacion, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball here. 0-1. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call. A ground ball to third, and they could get 2. To second for 1. On to first, it's a double play. And another crisis is averted here as the inning is over. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More of the show. Saturday baseball after this. Digging in for his second at-bat, Michael King. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. Hit back up the middle. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now batting, right fielder.
And that'll bring up the Brazilian-born Paulo Orlando. 0 for 2 for him to this point. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. Low scoring game thus far. 2-1 here in the 6th. Looked like a breaking ball there, but it missed badly. 2-0.
That was a non-competitive pitch right there, and he finds himself behind 2-0 in this situation. He's going to have to locate something down the zone to get himself back in this count.
And that'll get down for a base hit. Here's Alcides Escobar, the shortstop. 0 for 2. He's flown out twice. From the stretch, a breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1. Breaking ball in for a strike. Orlando, base runner at first with 1 out. 1-2 the count of the Royals shortstop. And he fouls this one off. Swing and a miss at the curveball, and there's your second out of the inning.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
First delivery to him on the way. Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger. In prior meetings with Zach McAllister, he's 1 for 3. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Davis is there. And the inning is over. 1 left for Kansas City. They lead it 2-1. Digging in and looking for more, Rajay Davis. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. First offering on its way. The knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it.
This is the bugaboo on the offensive side. You want to stay in there and work a guy's count and hopefully get into the bullpen. But when you find yourself 0-1 every time, hitting becomes even more difficult.
Throw on to first in time, 1 away. Ready for another shot now, Jason Kipnis. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. First pitch coming, here it is. Hit in the air to shallow center. Bonifacio's in pursuit. He can't get to it. This one's down.
got to be a little frustrated on the offensive side. Yeah, everybody's getting knocks and the batting averages are flowing right now, but nobody's come up with that big runner in scoring position, two-out knock kind of feel that really is going to break this game open.
Here's Yonder Alonso. As it's grounded sharply to first, Escobar. On to first, it's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. One. Back here in Cleveland, Royals leading this one as we get set to start the seventh. But before we do so, let's take a look at our game summary to this point. Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. He'll lead things off against the same reliever that finished off the last inning.
Well, you don't see in this day too many relievers going multiple innings, but guys have to earn that trust from their managers.
Is swung on and driven out to right center field, a ball that's well hit, but that'll be off the wall in right center. And the Royals are going to get a man into scoring position right away on the leadoff double.
Every hitting coach in the league will tell you it only takes one swing of the bat to get out of a slump, and maybe that's what we're seeing right here. He's been struggling, no doubt about it, but he's able to lace this thing off the wall, and he's standing at second with some newfound confidence.
A ball and no strikes.
This has to be a productive at-bat right here. I know you want to drive the run in and get the RBI, but you have to find a way, bare minimum, to move this runner over the third.
Down the third baseline, but a foul ball, 1-2 now. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1-2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Kipnis onto the grass. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. And that'll bring up Jorge Bonifacio. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. 4-1. Perez, the runner at second with one away. This is in the air out to right field. Chisenhall giving chase. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he's up to third safely now with two gone in the inning. Chesler Cuthbert will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the third inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. Looking to keep this a one-run game, the pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one. We're in the seventh inning now, the pitcher's duel, 2-1 our score. That's over, but low, it's a ball and a strike.
As long as you actually get it inside, that two-seam fastball running towards the hands is a really good pitch.
Taken in by Kipnis. Throw on to Alonso takes care of him, and that ends the inning. Royals leave one as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Ronnie Chisenhall, a hit in two at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by...
One sack as that ball is into the gap in right center. Should be good for at least two bases. Digging hard. He's headed for third. The tag, and he's hauled out trying to stretch two bases into three.
To me, that was just way too big of a risk. If you're leading off an inning and you've already got two bases easily, pull up and pat yourself on the back. You're already into scoring position, but now they've got nothing to show for the leadoff extra base hit.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Played on the backhand. On to first, and there were two down.
Left fielder number 23, Michael Brantley.
Digging in and looking for more, Michael Brantley. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. First offering on its way. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Brantley will take the turn and head for second now. And hold all tickets now as the tying run gets into scoring position with a 2-out double. Now here comes Kansas City manager Ned Yost making that slow walk to the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change as that's going to be off for his starter this afternoon. So as he departs, he can't lose this ball game, but he is responsible for the runner at second, meaning it'd be a no decision if that run comes across to score.
Number 51.
New pitcher set to take over, the hard-throwing right-hander Blaine Boyer. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Grounded up the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Now the 0-1. It's a swinging bunt up the line. And not too shabby out of the pen. Takes just 2 pitches to get the ground ball, and that ends the inning. We'll see Alex Gordon to start things out when we come back. Here's the left fielder, Alex Gordon. He flew out his first time around and then was a strikeout victim most recently. Nick Goody will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far.
Number 44, Nick Goody.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Skied into straightaway right. And Chisenhall calls for it and takes it for the first down. Digging in once again, Michael King. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. Hit the other way out toward right field. Chisenhall is there. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now batting. Right field.
So the Royals batting order turns over and set to go. Paulo Orlando. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. 92 splits the plate, and it's strike 1.
That pitch was right down the heart of the plate, but obviously this guy had made up his mind on the on-deck circle. He was taken all away, and he was going to zone him up.
And Chisenhall will make the catch, and the side is retired. Royals go down 1-2-3. Ready once again, Jose Ramirez. The head-to-head line with Blaine Boyer. He's 1 for 4.
Jose Ramirez.
First pitch of the at-bat. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Orlando on his horse. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. Ready for another shot now. Edwin Encarnacion. He was a double play victim last time around. First delivery to him on the way. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Hit sharply on the ground. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Hey, Dan, obviously good game plan by the offensive team. Bunch of knocks, but they can't seem to get any runs going.
Boy, I'd say as a pitcher, Nero, you're always trying to minimize the damage. Lots of traffic, and so far, very little to show for. You wonder how much longer he can keep this up.
Escobar. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More from the show. Saturday baseball following. Digging in to try it again. Alcides Escobar. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once. Popped him up. Alonso in foul ground. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
How about second baseman?
Whit Merrifield next to hit. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the brake, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
Here's the 0-2. And now a slider in there for a called 3rd strike, and there are 2 gone now. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Salvador Perez. It was a two-bagger for him in his last at-bat. Swung on and belted to left by Perez. This one's deep and out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. A solo shot here to left. First home run of the campaign for him. And it's given the Royals a 3-1 lead.
The bullpen is going to have to take care of business in the bottom half of this inning. But they're going to be able to throw a lot freer that they've got that extra run to play with. Insurance runs are always huge.
In is Jorge Soler. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2. To the left side, but it's well foul. The 1-2. Hit in the air to center field. Davis is there. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Royals get one on this swing by Perez. Last chance coming up for the Tribe. It's now Kelvin Herrera is the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the ninth. In is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. Last time through was a base hit.
Leading off in the bottom of the ninth.
First delivery to him on the way. Sent on the ground out to second. Merrifield scoops it up, and a good throw gets him one gone.
First baseman, number 17.
Striding in for the Indians, Yonder Alonso. He was a double play victim last time around. Here comes the first pitch. A little bouncer. Foul ball, however, strike one. And no swing, apparently. Ball one.
That's a great job of keeping your hands back. You could tell he was totally fooled. His hip started leaking a little bit, but he was able to stay strong enough with his hands not to overcommit.
Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike two. Grounded back up the middle. Merrifield brings it in. Throw on to first, and now the Indians are down to their final out.
The right fielder,
Lonnie Chisenhall will stand in. Past meetings with Kelvin Herrera, he's had some success. 5 for 11. He's taken him deep once. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this ball swung on and hit to center field, and this should do it. And that is going to put an end to this one. And the Royals have come back to even up this series at a game apiece as this ball game is over.
Man, a hitter must feel hopeless against that kind of gas. That final pitch was a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, and this thing is over.
3-1 the final score this afternoon. Kansas City led this game from the third inning on and never wavered. Jake Junis earns his first win of the season. Danny Salazar was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. Kelvin Herrera hammers down the save, his second. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Kansas City Royals. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors. They left 2 men on base. For Cleveland, 1 run on 12 hits, 1 error. They left 10 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 37 minutes. A reminder that the Regional Transit Authority provides convenient, affordable service to and from Progressive Field. The Rapid Transit provides direct service to Tower City, only a short 10-minute walk from Progressive Field through RTA's Walkway to Gateway.